The raw, silent power of Remembrance Sunday is an illusion. Every year, the royal family stands before the nation, an immutable symbol of service, but this year was different. When King Charles III placed his wreath, he wasn't just honoring the fallen, he was defending a crown battered by the most brutal, personal challenges in a generation. It was a picture of solemn unity that concealed a palace in survival mode. When the clock struck 11, Charles stood exposed. We all know the king has been facing a private health battle, yet here he was, on the world stage, upholding the most profound of his duties. This moment of public strength was a defiant signal. Despite the shocking health news that rocked the nation earlier this year, the crown is stable. But the image of the sovereign leading the nation's grief was not just about his health. It was a smokescreen for a deeper, institutional trauma he had been forced to inflict. But that wasn't the whole story. Just weeks ago, Charles was forced to make an almost unprecedented decision, one of the most ruthless in modern royal history. He officially stripped his own brother, Andrew, of his few remaining titles and forced him out of his residence, Royal Lodge. This wasn't a family squabble, it was a cold, brutal necessity to protect the monarchy's brand from the shrapnel of his brother's long-running scandal involving a disgraced financier and legal accusations. The move was a hard reboot, a clear, uncompromising signal that Charles is willing to sacrifice anyone, even his own brother, to save the institution for his heir. And that new, ruthless blueprint was largely enforced by the man standing right beside him. PrinceWilliam stood as the future, but his face carried the strain of his public description of 2024 as the hardest year of his life. Not only was he juggling his father and his wife's health struggles, but sources suggest William was the key internal force that pushed Charles toward the final, definitive cutting of ties with Andrew. He reportedly wants zero association with the disgraced Duke as he plans for the future reign of his children. William's agenda is clear: protect the line of succession at all costs. But even William's record has its unspoken conflicts. William's duty at the Cenotaph is rooted in a respected, 7.5-year career. Yet, his military service has always been framed by an ethical conflict. Unlike his younger brother, Harry, who fought hard for, and earned, 2 combat tours in Afghanistan, William was never permitted to be placed in harm's way due to his status as the future king. He served as a search and rescue pilot, a dangerous job, yes, but not in a war zone. This was a trade-off: the ultimate duty of a soldier was sacrificed to protect the ultimate duty of a king. But while the men draw the public's eye, the real consolidation of power is often happening on the balcony. High above, Princess Kate observed the ceremony. After her own profound health crisis this year, her appearance was scrutinized for every detail, including the subtle, quiet choice to wear only one poppy, a slight break from tradition. More importantly, unverified reports claim Kate wielded significant influence during the Andrew crisis. Insiders claim the statement stripping his titles carried a distinct female touch, suggesting Kate and Camilla were instrumental in pushing Charles to act, protecting their own children and the Windsor name. She is the steel behind William's resolve, ruthlessly safeguarding the dynasty from behind the scenes. What the nation witnesses on Remembrance Sunday is the most powerful tool in the royal family's arsenal: their unwavering commitment to duty. This solemn, collective silence is the brand they use to hold the line while, simultaneously, they navigate internal power struggles and personal betrayals, from the king ejecting his brother, to William aggressively cleaning house, to Kate's quiet, fierce influence. They are visibly performing one of the most sacred national rituals while quietly undergoing a massive internal consolidation. The wreaths are laid, the silence is broken, and the royal family marches on. Beneath the uniforms and the perfect stoicism, the ultimate, shocking truth remains: to survive, the modern crown must be merciless. The cost of this supreme duty is not just personal sacrifice, but the utter, absolute severing of your own blood.